Welcome to Kenzi Digitech TV YouTube channel. Please subscribe and follow for more videos. Today I want to show you how to coil a motor. We start by making former windings. The wire I'm using it for separation of the coils. I have the record of the motor. We start coiling. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is for the first coil. That's why it's used for separation of the coil from the first coil to the second. That is my nails for the separation of the coil. Continue with the second coil. Remember, it has to pass through the center of the second nail. That is 1. Just confirmation of the record. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That is another my second coil. I have to separate with nails for the second coil and the third and the fourth. My former is 1 to 4. It has 4 coils. Yeah, that one is used for separating from the first coil and the second coil, third coil. Remember, our coiling wire is continuous. We just separate the coils. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So now we start the rewinding of a motor or fixing the windings. We start with secondary windings. I'm using the rewinding stick. Our secondary coils, we have 2 coils. Already first coil is inside. We fix the second coil. After we fixing the second coil, remember it's a secondary coil. We start with secondary windings. After that, we use our Nomex paper. That is a separation. It is used as an insulation. After every slot you fix wires using rewinding stick, you have to cover it with Nomex paper. That is my Nomex paper. You have to cross the slot using it, because now in the space inside there, that is where our rotor will come in to avoid our rotor destroying our coil. And we will continue with the process. Remember, my motor slot is 1 to 4. If you count it clearly, you'll see from the first coil where I have fixed it, there is 4 slots empty, and that is where we say our slot is 1 to 4. Now that is the insulation. I'm fixing it. You can see that is the first coil. I put the second coil. Remember I told you our former contained 4 coils. So that is the second coil. You fix them, they look in a U shape. That is our U shape. We then fix it. That is the second coil. We are putting it in our stator slots. We use the rewinding stick. That is now my 4 coils. Since my motor is a 24 slot and it is a high speed, having 2 coils from secondary, each having 4 coils, when you multiply, you'll see that secondary coils will occupy 16 slots, and our primary coil will still be 4 coils. When you multiply them, you'll see still they will have 16 coils. So that means our secondary coil and primary coil, there will be shearing, and that is what I want to show you, how shearing starts or how it's done. We are starting now to fix that is our primary coil or starting coil. We start with coil number 1. That is our first coil. Now I'm fixing. They will share with secondary coil. I want to show you how shearing is done. You might wonder how shearing of a motor goes through. So our first coil will share with the secondary coils. Looking keenly, you'll see that my first coil is sharing with our secondary coil. After we fix, we have to close using our Nomex paper, and that is my Nomex paper. That is to cover the wires. You can see how it's done. You fix it in the slot, covering the wires. It is very easy when you understand. Having in mind, you have to have the record of the motor that you are dealing with. Remember, motor has different gauges of wire. So when you fix the first coil, that is the first coil still I'm fixing to my stator slots. That is how winding is done. You just have to be keen, work it smartly. It is not an easy job when coils are shearing. Sometimes it's complicated. Since the slot you are putting the primary coil, it has a secondary coils already. So after every coil you fix, you have to cross using our Nomex paper. It reacts as our insulation. And you have to fix it to avoid our loader. When our loader will be rotating, it might destroy our coil or our copper wires, which is very bad. That will lead to short circuit. That's the reason why I'm fixing our Nomex paper. Remember, this is our primary coil or starting coil we are fixing. We start with secondary. Don't forget about that. After you fix the first, you pick the second coil. Remember, it's continuous. It just has two ends, just top and bottom, or starting and the end. That is our second coil of the primary. And you just repeat the same process. All you have to be keen is the direction of the coil, the way the coil is rotating. It should not rotate otherwise due to like poles. If you do a mistake while fixing the coil and they go in a opposite direction where you find there is south pole facing south pole, remember that motor will not rotate because like poles repels and unlike poles attract. So you have to be keen while you fix that coil. So we fix our second coil and the process will be the same. We fix the second, the third and the fourth. That will be the process. Just look keenly how windings are fixed in the throats. Having winding stakes is very easy. You just need to be active and concentrate with it to avoid silly mistakes. Remember, after every coil you fix in the throat, you have to fix our insulation paper. I told you it's called Nomex paper. We use those as a cover, top cover. Remember, even in the throat, before you put our windings or the formers, there is Nomex paper which avoid direct contact with the stator. Because you have to know that while the rotor is rotating, there is creation of heat. So you have to be keen that you fix that Nomex paper clearly. That is my rewinding stick. It's used to fix the wires to the struts. So that is the process we repeat to the other primary coil. That's the reason why I want to show you how it's done, for you to have that knowledge of rewinding. That is just fixing my Nomex paper. Sometimes it's not easy to fix it because the throat is full of wires. You just need to apply some skills. That is the third coil. I'll just do the same. You just repeat the same procedure. So that is how winding is done. That is to fix our paper, the cover paper, to avoid them being up to affect the rotation of the rotor. So I have to go through doing it. So that is the process of rewinding. So the next video I'll be showing you on how to do the connection after you have fixed the coils. How do we connect our rings, our secondary rings, primary rings, our switch? So on the next video I'll be showing you how the connection is done. So please follow my videos, subscribe, and I know you'll gain a lot of knowledge about motors. I really appreciate you watching my videos, and wait for more videos. Thank you.